Sir, I am Abdurrahman from BS Ed. My question is, what best practices can Pakistan learn from Russia's economic transformation and strategic investments? How can both countries enhance cooperation through joint ventures, student visa exchange programs, research initiatives, and cultural exchange to foster greater mutual understanding and growth?
So there are several issues in your question. So what about student cooperation? We have the number of places in universities, seats in universities, totally free of charge. So Pakistani students are invited to study in Russian universities free of charge. You should pay only for the ticket to go to Russia. So it is more than 200, 250, yes, thank you. This year we are trying to enlarge the number of students. And I see a lot of guys who studied in the Soviet Union, in Karachi, and Islam previously. So we wanted to repeat this experience and to start once again educating Pakistani students. Do not forget that our technical universities are the best in the world. So, technical engineering, technical physics, chemistry, biology, so this is perfectly nice. Also, medical education. We have another system of medical education, but comparing with the Western countries, I prefer to have medical treatment in Russia. The organization of the treatment is the best in the world. I'm absolutely proud of that, and I can prove it to you. We have some problems in some devices, medical devices, in electronic production, but so the direction of the president was received, and they're making a lot of things in this. If you look at the hospitals, not private hospitals, but government hospitals, free, when you should not pay. In Moscow and other countries, you will be positively surprised. How they equipped, what is the scheme of medical assistance. You will never see such a scheme in European and Western countries. Can you imagine that if you dial 103 from your mobile, the medical team will reach you in 10-25 minutes. They will take you without asking about your insurance to the hospital, and not paramedics come, the doctor will come in this team. They deliver you to the hospital, and some of the conditions of the person, even if you are a foreigner, will be fixed, even if you do not have any insurance. We have private medical care, of course, we have two systems. But many people receive medical treatment free of charge. And in this medical treatment, high-end surgeries, neurosurgeries, heart surgeries, whatever, done every, you may not believe, you look at me that you do not believe that, but read the statistics, read how many surgeries free of charge for poor people would make. So, when we had a reform in the taxation system, the president said that 2% of some extra taxes will go for medical treatment for poor people. But they are not going to private hospitals, just they go to the budget, so budget. Government can organize this medical treatment. So, I strongly recommend you to study.
In this year, I want to tell you, this year our 6 students are going to join Russian University. It's a great news for us.
Yeah, that's great. So, what about economic experience? So, you know that our former partners, European partners, they assisted us a lot. When they decided that we will sell our motherland for shoes, ties, and suits, and perfume, they were very much surprised, but we did not do this. But we enlarged the production of all these things. I'm not a Western diplomat who would like to lecture developing countries how we should organize your life. This is their national sport. They think that they come and say that you should live like that, you should do this, these things, whatever. Of course, they are the bosses, we are living in the jungle, like they said. Remember this famous formula of Mr. Baran, the old strange guy, thought he's one god of the Olympus, and can manipulate and manage the world. So, jungles, where a jungle should live like that. We should do all things by ourselves and exchange our goods and sell to each other goods. But the basement of Russian economy to produce everything. And more they say that you cannot do something, more they're afraid that you can do this. When they're criticizing you, that means that you're on the right way. So, please, you are the future of the country. In your hands, how Pakistan will live, what you produce, what business you organize, how you organize the country management, the province management, the megapolis management, depends on you. So give the way to the production. And they very, I like very much when people are very national of this. Of course, you are killing West. You are killing West. They want you to purchase jeans and to wear jeans. This is very comfortable. I do not deny it, but do it yourself. Produce them yourself. And you should pay extra for this brand name. Just imagine how much they pay for the production of the jeans and what they purchase, what they have for the brand name. I would say 80% I think you are paying for this brand name. So, and when you wear your national dress, you are giving them minus. What they produce? High heels, ties are very good. Trust me. But this is not the important thing in your life. Yeah, and this is not the thing you depend on. You can do it yourself. And when you are doing everything yourself, you create economic basement under your sovereignty, under your independence. And they will afraid of you because of that. Because more independent, more they're afraid of you. And their policy, especially British policy, now the Americans are copying that, that if the country is independent, everybody should be against this country. Immediately. Today you are a friend, but if you have demonstrated economic growth, the war will be against you. Because their policy, and I'm answering the question what to do, is based on slavery, robbery, and piracy. And nothing changed. They became rich because they robbed you. Guys, they robbed your country. And they were robbing your country for hundreds of years. That is why they are so developed. They are so rich. Trust me, when you're going to Mahendra and see what were the cities during that period of the territory of modern Pakistan, and comparing what they had in Europe that time, you understand who are the barbarians. Who were the barbarians? If they demolished everything on the territory of the former big not the political one, but this Hindustan area. So, and you understand that your civilization was greater than their Europe. I'm not comparing with Rome, but Rome was a very small place in the Europe. Look what was happening in France, Germany, Spain, in Britain. Who are the richest? They, because they organized the slavery, piracy and robbery. And only dozens of years ago, they didn't allow you to enter their shops, their houses, from the parade games. They didn't allow you to be a member of clubs, to go to schools, and they were demonstrating this snobism. They didn't change. They didn't change themselves. No, they're the same. That is why they're fighting against us. For their economy is collapsing, and they need to rob something.